Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, I have been waiting for this first take all week. Sunday is almost here. You know what that means. Cowboys versus Packers. Oh my God. 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 All right, so we're going to watch first take. Let's see what Max, Stephen A. got to say, who they're predicting. Off top, you should already know who I'm going with. I shouldn't even need to fucking say it, man. Aaron Rodgers Nation. Let's get it.
Do it.
Even though it was 2 years ago, it was a catch. Still lives on, determining the outcome of the divisional round game in Lambeau. Des Bryant's heroics were determined on a non-catch, knocking out Dallas, leaving Cowboys fans bitter and still haunting Des Bryant.
Still to this day, before we even knew we was gonna play the Packers, it's still to this day. They'd be like, it's January, blah, 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 2017, 3:29 p.m. and just want the world to know that Des Bryant still caught it, you know. It'd be funny, so.
You just catch it, right, Des?
What's up?
You did catch it.
Yeah, of course. That was 2014.
Dude, it's Des Bryant. Do you think he would say anything other than he caught it? You know how big Des Bryant's ego is?
Just, you know,
Boy, Des Bryant thinks he's better than he is. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's good.
I'm just thinking about this game. I'm viewing it as, you know, any other game.
Des Bryant fucker gonna think he the best, and I ain't mad at him for thinking that shit.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah, we'll see what you do. We'll see what you do, Des.
Lucky for Des and those Cowboys, they have a shot at redemption this time in their house. Dallas favored by 5. Stephen A., who you got?
Oh, please. Why are you asking me that question? I mean, we all know I'm going down with the chip. I don't give a damn what it is. I ain't picking no Cowboys. I'm not picking the Cowboys to win this game. And by the way, I'm really sick and tired of everybody talking about Des Bryant and how the catch was a catch, but it really wasn't a catch and all that other stuff. I'd like to remind everybody that Des Bryant had 3 catches for 38 yards that game.
Bake his ass! Bake him in! Bake him in! Bake him in! Bake him in, Stephen A. Bake him in, Stephen A. Fuck you mean 38 yards, Cowboys fans, shut your mouth.
I understand that they're the preeminent favorites. I understand they've looked better than everybody during the regular season, but 2 rookies are showing up in the postseason to go up Donovan McNabb against that bad man that we know to be Aaron Rodgers. And
he's a bad man.
Cowboys to save my life. I will not do it. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, because Jordy Nelson is not going to be available in all likelihood, and even if he is available, those 2 cracked ribs, there's going to be so much he can do anyway. Ain't no more Tom Montgomery twisting up, you know, a little bit, so we don't know how he's going to be for them out of the backfield. I don't know how other than Aaron Rodgers. What I'm betting my money on, Matt Kellerman, Spot Kellerman, the man that held it down for me yesterday. I'm so proud of you, boy. I'm so proud of you. My man Donovan McNabb, I don't care what anybody says. I'm coming down to this. I believe that somehow, some way, that bad man that is Aaron Rodgers, who, by the way, is my new friend, that dude will find a way to get it done and not subject me to Cowboys Nation. I don't know how yet, but I'm betting my money that Aaron Rodgers will figure out a way.
If anyone can do it, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's, you know, the best in the business. He's maybe the best I've ever seen. He's amazing, and maybe he could do it. But if he did it, Stephen A., that would be an upset. Not just according to the odds makers, by my own lights. That would be an upset. He's not supposed to do it. The smarter pick, you know, the thing that is most likely to happen is that Dallas, who whooped up on Green Bay at Lambeau early in the season. Yes, the Packers have gotten better since then, but still, they doubled their score at Lambeau. The more likely thing to happen is that the Dallas Cowboys, who've proven to be the best, or in the NFC, maybe the best even in the entire league this season, from
where you going with this?
Wire just about, will win the game. It pains me to say it. I am rooting for Aaron Rodgers, but if he doesn't, that's an upset.
Well, you know what? I think this game is not about the quarterbacks. We've seen, you talked about Aaron Rodgers and how hot he's been at this particular point. We could talk about Ezekiel Elliott ever since that.
Come on, Donovan, don't let me down.
He's been on a tear.
You used to be my nigga, bro.
As well.
Brian Westbrook, Brian Dawkins, come on.
Marinelli and Dom Capers. First of all, for Dom Capers, how are you going to stop the running attack of the Dallas Cowboys? Ezekiel Elliott has been on fire. The offensive line has done an excellent job of up and up holes, and now that leads to pressure being off the shoulders of Dak Prescott. And now for Rob Marinelli, who's not known for blitzing a lot. And when you look at that last game against the New York Giants, where it seemed like he had 5 seconds in the pocket to be able to go over his first, second, and third read and go back to his first, second, and third read throughout a progression in each and every play. I think it's for Rob Marinelli, you need to come up with ways of attacking Aaron Rodgers. But I think when it comes down to it all, I said this in the beginning of the season, I thought that it would be the NFC Championship with Seattle and Dallas. I still stand by that. Dak Prescott will continue to show that Tony Romo will be on the bench throughout the rest of this season.
Hey, Donovan, I have a question for you. Donovan, I have a question for you along those lines. Aaron Rodgers, with all that time to throw in the pocket, is that because the pass protection is that good? Because that looked like some all-time great pass protection for me. Or is that more about the Giants' game plan in that game, which was to kind of contain him there, rather, it seemed to me, than really get pressure? Which one is it?
I think it was more or less of the game plan of the New York Giants. The New York Giants felt that they can just only bring forward
Donovan, you let me down.
Coverage and be able to get to a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Well, they had 4 sacks, but yet still he sat back there for about 3 or 4 seconds. Rob Marinelli is not known for blitzing, but I think we'll start to see a little bit more of the blitz package from the Dallas Cowboys because of what happened last week. Now, I know that you are a little upset, Max, because your special defense from the New York Giants wasn't able to come home and bring it to the next round. But I look at this particular game, and I think it goes down to the defensive coordinators. The 2 quarterbacks will play well. Ezekiel Elliott will play well. The missing piece for the Green Bay Packers will be Ty Montgomery, not Jordy Nelson, because they have the weapons on the outside. I think with Ty Montgomery being able to aid in Michael had a great game last game. I don't think he'll do the same this week.
What the hell has happened to this show?
I don't know.
Ali, for one day, you two people have lost your mind. I mean, I got a noted Giants fan and a former star for the Philadelphia Eagles picking the Dallas Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, what has happened?
I don't know.
For 24 hours and I come back to this?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you people?
Stephen A., if an asteroid is headed for planet Earth, you might not like it, but you might say, yeah, it's going to hit. You know, that's what's happening right now. What do you want me to tell you?
We don't know that for
Stephen
sure.
I'm not walking around with a Dallas Cowboys star on my chest. I'm just calling it how I see it.
About both of y'all right now.
Thank you. Preach it.
What happened to the fact that Dak Prescott's a rookie? That
Ezekiel Elliott is a rookie? Will you talk that shit?
You know, Dez Bryant's got some stuff to prove, okay? Because Dez Bryant, even though he can be a stud, has not been stud-like for the most part this year. He's been relatively up and down. What about questions about Dallas's secondary? What about the fact that, you know what, even though they look better as a defense overall, the fact is they're still not the most elite defense in the world, and they're going against, arguably, from a talent perspective, the greatest quarterback we have seen. What about that? No
talk that fucking shit.
What's wrong with you?
Talk that shit. Talk that shit, Steven.
The thing that I look at it in the sense, you bring up the secondary from the Dallas Cowboys. How about the secondary from the Green Bay Packers? You talk about the defensive line they're very bad. And for the defensive line of the Green Bay Packers, it works in the favor of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you bring up the rookie aspect from Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. I think they've kicked that aspect of being a rookie. It's now about momentum and success that they've had at this particular point, and I think it's going to continue on.
All right, let's talk strategy for a second, though, because if you think Marinelli's going to blitz more, who's better against the blitz than Aaron Rodgers? I mean, he picks you apart when you try that stuff. It's, you pick your poison. You want to try to contain him in the pocket. Rodgers. Seconds sometimes. The Giants.
Rodgers going to drop another 40 on the Cowboys.
If you send extra guys, especially if your secondary is compromised, good luck, Donovan.
Well, I mean, you talk about Aaron Rodgers versus the blitz. Dak Prescott is very close to Aaron Rodgers when it comes to the blitz and the way he's handled it as well. You have to look at the security blankets from the Dak Prescott aspect. You have Jason Witten, I don't know what linebacker will be able to cover Jason Old Man Witten from the Green Bay Packers. And then Cole Beasley has been a beast in the slot. So it's not about Dez Bryant on the outside, because to be honest with you, when Dez is not productive, like we've seen when he was with Tony Romo, they're very successful on offense. This offense is not featured around Dez Bryant. And I think the success of this offense starts with the run game, and it ends, to me, with the tight end and the slot receiver in Cole Beasley.
Please, football gods, let the Cowboys lose.
Donovan, I think it's important right now before we go to Molly. I think it's very, very important that we make sure we get clarification from Max Kellerman. Yeah. You brought up strategy. Did you mean strategy or tactic? Because the other day, Donovan, Max was on the show and he was explaining explaining the definition between the difference of the definition of strategy and tactic. So was that strategy or tactic, Max? I just
strategy. That's strategy. Whether you want to contain the quarterback or blitz, that's strategy. Now, the technique that each individual player will use, the way the coach will try to disguise stuff, those are tactics. Tactics are the things you do.
I just needed to understand.
Thank you, Professor Kellerman. We appreciate that. Gentlemen,
thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate it.
Chess, not checkers, always. We'll get into this one a little bit later in the show, but we've got more to discuss, gentlemen. Another good one coming up this weekend in the NFC. Remember this back-and-forth game in October with Seattle in the fourth quarter comeback to beat the Falcons at home?
Oh, Seattle's going to win that game. We don't even need to listen to that. Seattle's going to win that game. I thought they were about to talk about the Steelers game. I can't remember who the Steelers play. I kind of wanted to hear that, but no, yeah, Seattle's going to beat the Falcons. I'm not a believer of Matt Ryan. I don't even fuck how many yards he threw for, how good is he looking. He might be MVP. I'm not going to hear any of that. I'm not a believer. I got to see Matt Ryan do some shit before I'm a believer in that. Also, I heard that it's at Atlanta, right? So fucking the DJ is going to be playing nothing but Future songs. Damn, that's going to be a bitch. They are Russell Wilson's ass. But anyways, that's going to do it. Donovan McNabb. Wow, dude. I used to fucking look up to you. Like I said, Eagles, dude. That was like my fucking team growing up. Like, what? With fucking Westbrook and Dawkins, and then you come on here and tell me that the Cowboys are going to win. Wow, I expected more out of you. Max, man, you've been holding it down for me recently, but today you let me down. You got me on the LeBron fucking arguments, but you let me down today, Max. Wow, okay, all right, that's going to do it. I'm going Cowboys. You know what I mean? Now, did I just say I'm going Cowboys? Get me out of here. Anyways, I'm going Packers. I'm not going Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have a better team. That's why I just started like that. I think the Cowboys have a better team. Definitely. But I think Aaron Rodgers is the best player on the fucking field. Offense or defense, he's the best player on the fucking field. Aaron Rodgers is going to find a way. You just gotta believe. I'm telling you, he's great. He's the greatest. You just gotta believe, bro. Niggas didn't think the Cavs were gonna come back from 3-1. You know what I'm saying? If the Cavs could come back from 3-1 to the Warriors, Aaron Rodgers can beat the fucking Cowboys. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments who you think is gonna win. Oh man, I can't wait for this fucking game. I wish it was coming on today. ᴜᴜᴜᴜ, Instagram, ⴜ subscribe if you're new. We do this shit every day. Till next time, this big your motherfucking boy. Ooh, oh man, they really let me down there, but whatever.
They are gonna bring pressure again. Rodgers is gonna roll away, throws it up in the air, says a prayer. Stop it!
Let's go! Let's go! You thought we wasn't gonna do